I've always felt like we've been able to truly embody the volunteer spirit as ROTC cadets.
Taking a look at a new UT ROTC tradition to honor those fallen on 9/11.
Numbers show the University of Tennessee is breaking enrollment records again, and that growth is trickling down to Cumberland Avenue. Coming up, we will hear from business owners, and they tell us what that growth means for them.
You get to enjoy God's graces, peaceful. This is one of the only places in the entire country you can come do this.
A special look at Vol Navy, a classic tradition on game day.
And just the simple aspect that she gets to listen to her grandson in her native language. I mean, the way that we are reaching people's heart is amazing.
Sitting down with the Spanish voice of the Vols and hearing the impact he made on the new QB's grandmother.
Breaking news around the country. Political activist Charlie Kirk was shot on a Utah college campus on September 11th. Kirk was announced dead at a local hospital by President Donald Trump on Truth Social. Kirk was on UT's campus with Turning Point USA just last March to host political and religious debate with UT students. President Trump announced that Kirk will be awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom after death. There is an ongoing investigation to find the shooter, and this morning FBI announced that they have a suspect in custody. The group called the College Republicans at the University of Tennessee hosted a vigil on September 11th in remembrance of Charlie Kirk.
The volunteer spirit. It is determination. It is what drives us to excellence. Even when we have lost, the spirit never dies. And now, this spirit has brought this Big Orange Brigade out of the darkness and back in the national spotlight. The eyes are fixed on the banks of the Tennessee River. For 8 years, the Georgia Bulldogs have silenced that spirit. But this time, the volunteers are barking loud for vengeance. The mission is simple: to take down the Bulldogs and give your all for Tennessee today. Vol Nation is ready. Neyland Stadium is equipped. The stage is set. Bulldog Nation, welcome to Rocky Top.
Tennessee Volunteers take on the Georgia Bulldogs in Neyland tomorrow. News Director Grayson Thatcher and Assistant Sports Director Luke Lamry are live on the Williams Terrace, ready to give us all of the game day stories.
Yeah, that's right. We're out here on Williams Terrace. The sun is shining. Neyland Stadium's right there behind us. I am so excited for this game tomorrow, Luke.
I'm ready, and you can feel the energy on campus. I was late to class, so I got a good experience of it, but it is buzzing. Game day's here. I can't tell you how excited I am just to even be here and getting ready for this game on Saturday.
This energy is up.
It really is. It really is. And talking about Georgia, UT has had such a tumultuous past. It's almost like campus is really welcoming Georgia back into Neyland Stadium. It really is something to look forward to here, and I can't wait for this game.
I'm super excited. So something else we're going to take a look at right now is some of the memorable moments between Tennessee and Georgia. We're going to get coming up with that in a little bit, but first we're going to send it on back to Sophie in the studio.
Yesterday was the 24th anniversary of September 11th. UT's ROTC members climbed the steps of Neyland Stadium to remember those whose lives were lost.
It's a quieter sound than Neyland is used to. The sound of remembrance, with about 400 students, 800 feet, climbing the steps of Neyland Stadium.
It was a very surreal moment. You're in Neyland, which is a very important place for us Vols, but also you're around other fellow volunteers that are out early in the morning to memorialize people that lost their lives, both civilians, first responders.
Sarah Fulkerson is a senior at UT and will be deployed in less than a year to serve her country. But on this day, she climbs to honor those who served 24 years ago.
it's a big deal for us. And I'm proud of not only my own detachment, but also Army and everything that we stand for here at the university. And it's just so amazing that we get to do this today as Vols.
And she's not the only one. Quinn Sabo is also a member of the Air Force ROTC.
I think it's really easy for us to forget, especially when we're in such like a cool venue like Neyland. But a lot of people put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and there was a lot of lives lost.
Now, not only were members of the UTK ROTC, Air Force, and Army participating in this event, but also members of UT Athletics and the University of Tennessee Police Department.
Even though this generation did not experience this attack firsthand, it's important to them to honor this memory.
I think it's kind of my responsibility to do my part to give back to like the freedom that I've taken advantage of, my whole life.
In Knoxville, Grayson Thatcher, Vol News.
Students on campus may have not witnessed the attack on September 11th, but that does not stop UT staff from teaching about it. CCI grad student and student teacher Joel Maroney reflects on the magnitude of the event.
Each one of those buildings were so large that it had its own zip code. And you would have to go back, you have to go all the way back to the Civil War to find 2,996 people that died in one day in the United States. Pearl Harbor was about 2,400. So, it doesn't get any bigger than that.
America will never forget those lost on September 11th. Right now, the University of Tennessee is breaking enrollment records, and that growth is changing Cumberland Avenue like never before. Our managing editor, Kyla Berry, spoke to those business owners to see what they think about the growth. She joins us in the studio now. Kyla?
UT's enrollment topped 40,000 students just this fall. Now that's up 2,000 from last year. That growth is changing the Strip, bringing new apartments and new businesses to the area. Growth at the University of Tennessee means more students and more foot traffic on Cumberland Avenue.
It's crazy to see all the people wander by all the time. There's more people on campus than I've ever seen in my life.
One of the biggest drivers, a new complex called the Hub, adding more than 1,000 beds to the area.
A lot of people walking around, going in and out, and of course, all of these buildings just having people over and over.
For years, Cumberland Avenue has looked the same, but now the new reality is franchises.
But there's a lot of competition too.
Kava, Jimmy John's, and Whataburger are just a few of the new businesses.
Well, we got all of these new businesses that two of them, they were the first one to open in Knoxville here on the Strip on Cumberland.
That competition is testing longtime staples on Cumberland Avenue, like Gus's Good Times Deli and Oscar's Italian Restaurant.
Yeah, definitely it's harder. Like you hear about people camping out for Whataburger opening.
Making owners Aaron Hell of Gus's Good Times Deli and Louis Albaba of Oscar's Restaurant think outside the box.
You just have to just keep like reinventing yourself, maybe making a different sandwich, trying a different sauce. Just trying new things to get people to come try you out.
As more businesses move in on Cumberland, these two business owners want to remind people to eat local.
Just remember that the OG's always here, and so come eat.
Support what small business, and that's how we're making it, on you guys, on the students.
Cumberland Avenue will see even more growth. More apartment complexes are being built for next year. Now, one of those will be the second hub on Cumberland, and that alone will add more than 1,600 beds to that area. Back to you, Sophie.
Thanks, Kyla. There has been a lot of new construction of dorms on campus, and it leaves us wondering what is happening to the older dorms we're so used to seeing. Our Alexa Durbin gets us more information.
With the opening of 2 new dorms on UT campus this fall, as well as the construction of a brand new dorm set to open next fall, raises some concerns for what the plan is for some of the more outdated dorms on campus.
Everyone who was waitlisted all got put into South Carrick for temporary.
Like UT freshman Smith Berry. Some incoming students started this school year without settling all the way in, as university housing is using South Carrick, one of the older dorms on campus, for temporary housing.
As of right now, we're still living in there, so.
UT's executive director of housing described this process. It's all about waiting for students in other dorms to open up.
Students decide to leave for whatever reason or different things like that, and the space is open.
we're moving those students into those permanent assignments as soon as we get them.
But the question remains, what will happen to those iconic but slightly outdated dorms on campus?
We'll assess these buildings and kind of come up with a plan, our recommendation, and we'll talk to the university, and then the system will chime in.
Between the 15 dorms UT now has, there are currently 9,100 beds versus the total freshman class of 7,100.
There was a large period of time where we didn't build any new housing, and so it helps us to modernize and add to the stock of beds that we have for our students here on campus.
The largest dorm in UT history, Torchbearer Hall, opens in fall of 2026, creating about 10,000 bed spaces total.
It's crazy to even say there are not a lot of universities in the country that offer that many on-campus beds.
If you are a returning student currently living on campus and wish to live on campus next year, housing applications have just opened up. Check your emails. They'll be open until Tuesday, September 16th at 9 a.m.
If you are interested in making these dorms feel like home for students coming to Rocky Top next year, applications to be a resident assistant are now open. Head to tiny.utk.edu/RA to apply. If you've been driving down Cumberland recently, you may have noticed construction starting next to the Winston College of Law. It is the new chemistry building, and the official groundbreaking was last week. Our Aubrey Curran takes us there.
On the corner of 16th Street and Cumberland Avenue, chemistry at UT
it's honestly like
has received a major upgrade.
like a dream.
These chairs are empty and the shovels are down, but ground was officially broken just a couple minutes ago on what is the biggest investment in higher education in the state of Tennessee.
I kind of lived the experience as a graduate student, so I guess just being here to kind of provide the perspective of someone who works in the building every day.
$165 million investment into the chemistry department for a new 8-story building. Along with new facilities, chemistry students will see a 15% increase in the number of undergraduate majors, a 20% increase in credit hours, and 25% in external research grants.
But it's really important because it marks the transition from the building just being an idea to the building being a real project that's going to come to fruition.
A real project that's going to give students real hands-on experience, according to Robert Hindy, interim executive dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Key to keeping students in school, persevering towards their degree and graduating.
And with access to more collaborative spaces and labs, PhD student Brandon Watson-Sanders sees the development of this new building as a dream come true.
It's just nice to see all the hard work, all the people coming together and putting something new together.
In Knoxville, I'm Aubrey Curran, TVC News.
The building is set to be completed by 2029, so we've got some time until then. Chancellor Plowman says that this is a huge win, not just for UT, but in all of Tennessee. We take it back out to the Williams Terrace, where Grayson and Luke have some more game day coverage.
Hey guys, we're out on Williams Terrace right now. I'm with Grayson Thatcher, and I'm with our Chief Assistant Weather Specialist, Jackson Berg. Jackson, I'm sweating through my suit right now. Why don't you tell me what the weather is on the terrace?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, it is hot today, mid-80s. And let's take a look at what we're going to see tomorrow. That's a little more important. We're in front of Neyland. Vols are going to be taking on Georgia tomorrow, so let's look at the weather. If we're looking pregame around 11 a.m., that's prime tailgating time. Temperatures are going to be around 71 degrees. Real feel is going to be near 80, though. It's going to be full sun all day tomorrow. A lot better than last weekend, right? You know, no more rain, no chance of precipitation, only about 1% of cloud cover tomorrow. If we're moving to kickoff at 3:30, temperatures are going to be about 83 degrees, real feel up to 90 degrees, so definitely a hot one. And then moving into post game around 8 p.m., temperatures dropping back down to around 75 degrees. You know, we're happy that it's not going to be raining, but with this hotter weather, there are some things to stay safe. You know, you're going to want to be out of the sun if at all possible. And be drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, especially if you're partaking in tailgating and activities like that. But overall, just have fun and stay safe, Vols.
So you're telling me I shouldn't wear this suit to the game tomorrow?
No, probably not. Maybe something a little cooler.
A little bit lighter, absolutely.
We got some other options for you. But something we really want to talk about is it's been a while since the Vols have been able to actually beat Georgia. Luke's going to take us back to that last time.
Well, we can't forget that iconic Hail Mary, Josh Dobbs to Juwan Jennings. What an iconic play, an amazing moment to win the game at the end of regulation. And those are two Vols that are currently having successful careers in the NFL. I mean, what an iconic moment. And that's the last time Tennessee has beaten Georgia, Grayson. I can't believe it, but it's certainly something the Vols are going to look to change tomorrow. But don't forget, tomorrow, Grayson, it's going to be all checkered out at Neyland Stadium.
I love a good checkered game. I think this is just such a fun environment.
It's
that Neyland
beautiful.
does. So unique to Tennessee as a whole. Something you do want to check is what color you should be wearing tomorrow. It's really important.
And I want to emphasize, I hope we have a picture somewhere, but Grayson, last year, actually wore white into the orange section. Is that what I'm hearing? I think it is, Grayson.
You know, this is just a prime example that you should check and double check.
They were all pointing and laughing at her, and they were smiling. As was I. I was far away, but I saw it, and I was laughing, I can assure you that.
Okay, I will admit I made a mistake. Not my proudest moment at a game in Neyland Stadium. So now that we know that you should be double checking this, the best way to do it is go to checktn.com/football. You're going to go ahead and input your section, your row, and your seat. Check it, double check it, maybe even triple check it. It's really embarrassing if you show up wearing the wrong color.
And it is important to show up in that right color. It's such an important and honored tradition here at UT, and our Carson Hoagland was able to give you some history about the checkered Neyland Stadium.
Several students on campus described the excitement of Checker Neyland, talking about how it's one of their favorite game day traditions.
The energy there was just unmatched, and it's one of the best traditions, I think, in college football.
I'm super excited. I'm really looking forward to the environment. The environment was great last week, so I can only imagine how it's going to be this week.
Checker Neyland, a tradition that unites more than 100,000 Tennessee fans, but its origin traces back to one Saturday in September of 2014. Vol fan Spencer Barnett was watching Tennessee play Oklahoma when he saw their fans coordinated by section colors. He wondered, why not try it in orange and white? Barnett posted a Photoshop mock-up on Twitter and it went viral. Soon after, Tim McLeod and Jonathan Briel built a website to tell fans what color to wear. Within 24 hours, it was live. UT Athletics and former head coach Butch Jones quickly endorsed the idea. On October 4th, 2014, when Tennessee hosted Florida, more than 100,000 fans created the first checkered Neyland. 11 years later, the tradition is still going strong. And this Saturday, when the Vols take on Georgia, fans will once again checker Neyland Stadium. To find out your color before the big game, visit checkerneyland.com. I'm Carson Hoagland, reporting with the Volunteer Channel.
On the field tomorrow, covering the game, and I'll tell you this, it's going to be so beautiful to see that checkered stands, Grayson. You're going to want to follow along to TVC News Now on Instagram to keep up with all the updates, Grayson.
Now, we're going to have the checkered in the stadium, but on the field, they just made the announcement that we're going to get to see those classic jerseys. Orange on top, white pants. I mean, Danny White even said when you play a classic opponent like Georgia, you need to wear a classic jersey.
Everybody was wondering, is it going to be the smoky grays? Is it going to be the traditionals? And yesterday on the Vol Football Instagram page, you found out it was the traditional, and I agree wholeheartedly with Danny White. Such a classic opponent. The rivalry's gone on for decades. You got to wear the classic traditional uniforms.
I'm really excited about this. I mean, we wore classics when we play Bama, Florida.
Exactly right.
I mean, this
it's
is
iconic.
really no different. It's really just exciting. So they're going to have the white pants, the helmets, and all of the other accessories. So we're really excited about that. Going off of that, if you do want to be in the stands seeing those jerseys, those ticket prices are not cheap.
They are not cheap. They are absolutely not cheap. I think we're looking in the neighborhood of $400 to $600, if not more, at this point in time. As it gets closer to the game, they might go down a little bit, but it's going to be something to keep an eye on. And I guess if you don't want to pay that much money, Grayson, I don't want to pay $600. I'm going to go down to our friends at the Vol Navy, and we're going to take a look and see maybe their setups. They've got wonderful
love our
setups
friends down there.
So we actually had a great opportunity yesterday to go down to the Vol Navy, meet some people, and get their perspectives and experiences about what it means to be tailgating down on the Tennessee River, and it was just such a great opportunity. Let's go take a look now at what it was. Former voice of the Vols, George Mooney, was the first to travel to a Tennessee game by boat all the way back in 1962. And while he was simply trying to escape game day traffic, it turned into a tradition that spans generations.
The Vol Navy, a group of fans that dock their boats on the Tennessee River, just feet from Neyland Stadium. And instead of tailgating on land, they do it on the water.
It's beautiful. Like, you don't get to experience this in any other college stadium in the country. You know, I mean, we live in a beautiful place here in Tennessee, so that's why everybody wants to come to Rocky Top.
While the tradition has come a long way since Mooney first docked his boat outside Neyland Stadium 63 years ago, for decades it's been a party spot, even for opposing tailgaters like Georgia fan William Gribble.
When you got friends, you can have a party, you can have a good time, and just make everybody happy.
And while good laughs, food, as well as friendship are all important, it doesn't compare to the most important part, coming together from both sides to enjoy the game they love.
My husband's Georgia, I'm Tennessee. Last year we were here. Year before that we come every year, and I've met people from Florida, people from Texas A&M. Everybody's just so nice. I love the camaraderie and bringing everybody together. It's nice.
And in a time of great divide, the Vol Navy says it's more important than ever to get along and love one another, no matter who you root for.
No matter who you are, where you are, or what you come from, life is good if you let it.
And on the Volunteer Marina, even their furry friends seem to get the message. For Vol News, I'm Luke Lamery.
It was really fun. I got to go down there with Luke, actually, to the Vol Navy, and we were climbing on all the boats, getting to see all the animals. Such a blast. And they even told us that if we wanted to go hang out with them tomorrow morning, we're more than welcome.
I might have to. I don't have any plans. I might have to go down there and check out. We've made some new friends, and they were like, come on our boat. I mean, are you not going to come on the boat? I don't know. It was a wonderful time, and it was a privilege to meet such amazing people.
It was really fun. Now, joining us now is actually our Caitlin Kirkpatrick. She's going to tell us about another aspect that you're going to be seeing here on game day, and that is the band.
Yeah, guys, the band has been practicing non-stop for each of these games. Every single week, they're practicing Monday, Wednesday, Friday for about 2.5, 3 hours, and it's crazy how much work goes into this. And I even got to take a look at what goes into this preparation.
From their thunderous drums and their iconic Power T formations, the Pride of the Southland Band is the heartbeat of the volunteer spirit. Band director Michael Stewart spoke with me about how the band carries the spirit onto every field.
And our job as the band is to bring that energy no matter where we go. So if we're in Tuscaloosa or Gainesville or Lexington or Neyland, you know, our job is to bring that energy to the fan base and not only excite our fans, maybe upset the other fans. We don't care. That's where Rocky Top comes into play.
The band's 415 members rehearse hours each week, long before the fans fill the stands. Christian Carroll, the drum major, told me that people don't always realize how much work they put into each game day.
Something that we really pride ourselves on is our preparation. Anything that you see us do in public, we practice extensively in order to make sure that we're always striving for excellence in all that we do.
From the first note to the last, the Pride of the Southland Band pumps up the players, the fans, and the entire volunteer nation. And no matter what changes come up, they always represent the volunteers.
As far as changes go, it doesn't really affect me personally too much because at the core of what we do, the tradition is still the same. Regardless of what route it goes down, we're still going to march to the stadium, we're still going to salute to the hill.
So whether it's home games or bowl games, the Pride of the Southland Band keeps the volunteer spirit marching on.
Yeah, guys, that group of students is truly amazing. The amount of work goes into it, and it shows on the field.
I mean, as a band kid myself, I just love getting to go and see everybody down on the field. I just love that. I'm a music kid, so it just makes my heart happy a little bit here. So you're going to tell us about a new route?
A new walking path. That's exactly right. If you're headed to go see this amazing football team and this amazing band, Grayson, tell us about it. On game day, if you're coming from Fraternity Park, there's a new walking path to the stadium.
That's right. So you're going to be able to see it on your screen right now. So from Volunteer Boulevard, students are going to turn right onto Lake Loudon Boulevard, and at the intersection of the Pat Summit statue, you're going to turn left onto Philip Fulmer Way and follow the road down to the student gate. Now, there's going to be a lot of stickers, and obviously a lot of police are going to be able to help you out and figure out where you need to go. But going from there, we're going to go ahead and throw it back into the studio so you can see what's coming up next.
Coming up, the soccer team makes history by rising to the #1 spot in the nation. And how the golf team has started off their season strong by winning their season opener.
Why is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick, below the surface. Our reason why is united, undivided, seeking understanding. My why is diversity and unity, a safe space in my community. It's a million faces in a mirror and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, yet few know its name. I'm talking about lymphedema, LE. Many people, like my mom, get it as a result of cancer treatment and afterwards face a lifetime of swelling and pain. The cruel irony is many times its severity can be lessened only if you learn about it and act in advance. If you're at risk, ask your doctor about lymphedema. Take this as your chance to learn and live.
We are the Tennessee Volunteers. And now is our time. Time for unbeatable experiences, for bold innovation, for historic moments. It's time to do what Vols do best. More life-changing research, more problem solving, more lighting the way. We have what it takes. It takes a volunteer.
Welcome back. We're here and on the Williams Terrace. We got Neyland Stadium behind us. It's a gorgeous day. It's going to be a gorgeous day again tomorrow. We're really excited for that big SEC game coming up. Now, Luke, we got to talk to one of the people who calls the games, but not Mike Heath.
It's not Mike Heath. It's not. You're absolutely correct, Grayson. It's Carlos Lopez, and he is the Spanish voice of the Vols. Our Luke Atal got an opportunity to sit down with him, and if you're not going to the game tomorrow, maybe listen in because he's truly got some talent. Luke, take it away.
You know, Vamos Vols is not about me. Vamos Vols is about all those countries that are being represented within Tennessee athletics. And I just want to do something special for them. I just want to embrace their culture, put something on social media, put something on YouTube. That way their prospective families can see what their sons and daughters are doing here in the United States. Every interview that I do, everything goes back to my mom. All the sacrifices, immigrating, you know, migrating from Venezuela here, everything goes back to my mom. So I know that Joey's mom and dad have sacrificed so much for him that I wanted to tell her congratulations. And I did post a picture of me and his grandmother, and she's sitting down and I'm standing in front of her and she's holding my hands. And in the Hispanic community is, que Dios te bendiga. God bless you. And she said, que Dios te bendiga por lo que estás haciendo. God bless you for what you're doing. And just the simple aspect that she gets to listen to her grandson in her native language. I mean, the way that we are reaching people's heart is amazing. Man, we're growing. We are now in 25 plus countries worldwide through social media. Streaming is incredible. We're being reached out from multiple countries worldwide that people want to tune into Vamos Vols to see that people are truly engaging with what we are trying to do here at the University of Tennessee with now not bringing Spanish broadcasting. Spanish broadcasting is here, but now how can we elevate not just Vamos Vols, but how can we elevate the University of Tennessee worldwide more than we already are?
Now, what a touching moment between Carlos and Joey Aguilar's grandmother. I mean, that's just so incredible to know that you're in Tennessee. That's not something you typically expect to see, and to have that connection for her first game here in Neyland is so powerful.
And Lopez is the first Spanish broadcaster for UT. I mean, what a trendsetter in both departments there. But I guess I'll say all we've been talking about is football. I think we should take a little bit of time here and discuss what other sports are happening around UT. So we'll head it back for our Rocky Top Sports Report, Kylie and Lauren.
Welcome to this week's Rocky Top Sports Report, taking you inside the action from around campus. I'm Kylie Ashton, along with Lauren Gimpler. For the first time in program history, Lady Vols soccer is officially #1 in the country. After defeating Georgia Southern on Sunday 1-0, the Lady Vols vault into the top spot. This win also continues their shutout streak, having not been scored on in any of their 7 games played so far. Be sure to stay on the lookout as they take on Mississippi State in Starkville today. And volleyball got their first ranked win of the season, taking down number 21 Georgia Tech 3-1. This marks a 4-game win streak for the Lady Vols, having defeated Wofford, Sanford, and Winthrop in the lead up to this big win. The men's golf team started off the year strong, winning their opening tournament for the year, finishing 19 strokes under par and 7 strokes ahead of second place. The 13th ranked Volunteers secured the victory at the Visit Knoxville Collegiate. The victory is the 12th for Brennan Webb in his tenure in Knoxville and moves him into the 3rd all-time in program history. That is all we have for you on the Rocky Top Sports Report this week. Stay on the lookout for the soccer team as they continue to dominate the competition. We're going to take you back to Luke and Patrick for a special look at some keys to the game.
What'd she say? Well, the Volunteer Channel has a sports commentary channel called Torch Sports, Patrick, and you and I are both a part of it.
Sure we are.
And we'll be on it at 2 p.m. today. And I guess I'll just say it, there's so much to discuss between this matchup between Tennessee and Georgia. So I guess I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can kind of give me your voice about what this game means. So I guess I'll just start it off. I guess you can look at the first 2 games for Georgia. This has not been the best on the stats and on the scoreboard for them. Again, they haven't played the most reputable opponents, and we've got some wind here, of course, Patrick. But I'll ask you this. Why hasn't this Georgia team had the success they've had in past years?
Well, first off, Luke, they lost a lot of talent in the first round. Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, and Malachi Starks. That's 3 first-round picks on the defensive side of the ball. So those new guys coming in, it's going to take them time to gel with the veterans and vice versa. Along with that, Carson Beck leaves for Miami, a new quarterback coming in Gunnar Stockton, and he hasn't looked totally comfortable. It's also just the first 2 games. We got to give them time to settle in, and they're not going to show all their cards versus Austin P and Marshall in order to not give too much away when they have those bigger SEC games like the one's going to take place right there tomorrow.
I guess if you're looking for the Vols, what are their keys to win this game? They haven't won it in quite some time. What are they going to do tomorrow to get them to win this ball game?
I mean, what we've seen so far, especially from the offensive side of the ball, is just that Joey Aguilar can control the offense. He hasn't made too many big plays. We had that one to Braylon Staley in the first game, but he has not done anything super extraordinary. So can he make that big play? 1 big play in the past 4 games versus Georgia. That was that Jalen Wright run a couple years ago. And then also, Tennessee has put pressure on the quarterback. Carson Beck and his offensive line were having a cookout last year during that game. And so they need to put pressure on Gunnar Stockton, make him uncomfortable, make him rattle. He's already going to be rattled because of the kneeling crowd. Make him uncomfortable and put pressure on him.
Absolutely. We'll send it back to the studio. Again, tune in to Torch Sports at 2 p.m. on the Volunteer Channel for some more sports commentary. Patrick, thank you.
Thank you, Luke.
Coming up, we take a look at some more weather with Jackson Berg.
Why is just a starting line? For the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick, below the surface. Our reason why is united, undivided, seeking understanding. My why is diversity and unity, a safe space in my community. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, yet few know its name. I'm talking about lymphedema, LE. Many people, like my mom, get it as a result of cancer treatment and afterwards face a lifetime of swelling and pain. The cruel irony is many times its severity can be lessened only if you learn about it and act in advance. If you're at risk, ask your doctor about lymphedema. Take this as your chance to learn and live.
We are the Tennessee Volunteers. And now is our time. Time for unbeatable experiences, for bold innovation, for historic moments. It's time to do what Vols do best. More life-changing research, more problem solving, more lighting the way. We have what it takes. It takes a volunteer.
Good to see you again, Vols. Welcome back. I'm Jackson Berg, and let's take a look at this full weekend weather forecast. It's looking like a beautiful weekend. Highs today will reach the mid-80s, and lows will drop to the upper 50s tonight. But it will be a full day of sun and clear skies throughout the night as well. And that's actually what we're going to be seeing throughout Monday. Sunny skies and the temperature in the mid-80s with really no chance of precipitation through the weekend. Lows Saturday and Sunday are around 58 degrees. And then on Monday, we're looking at about 62. Looking into next week, it should be another beautiful week on Rocky Top with high temperatures throughout the week before they begin to drop after next weekend. Unfortunately, that's all I have for you today. Let's kick it back out to Williams Terrace with Luke and Grayson.
Now, the Knoxville Police Department's Mounted Patrol unit is growing. They introduced 2 horses last year, and there's 3 more right now. We're really excited. They're going to be going all over the downtown area.
From concerts to game days, Grayson, you got it. These gentle giants are going to tower over crowds and hopefully give UTPD a better bird's eye view of what exactly is going on.
They're designed to be approachable. We want people to approach the unit, ask about the horses, interact with the horses, interact with our officers. So it's really, that's kind of the dual purpose of this is both crime prevention and community engagement.
Now, for the past few weeks, people have been able to submit name ideas for each of these horses, while the names of these new 4-legged friends are still under wraps. The KPD hopes to announce by the end of the week.
I'm excited to see what the different names are that come on out. I mean, I've heard Sheriff. I've heard some really fun ones. I think it could be cool.
Sheriff and homage to Peyton Manning, of course.
Oh,
I mean, that's a wonder. I'm voting for Sheriff if I can vote. Can I vote?
It's fun.
I think it's a fun
Well,
time.
voting's already closed.
But, Grayson, that's not the only animals we're talking about. There's more. UTPD has introduced 2 new canines on their force, Doc and Holt. Just so many animals.
I just love it.
I love it.
It makes me so excited. They're so cute. Their little faces. So they're Doc and Holt. Doc's a sweet little black lab. I think that's what he is. And then Doc is a chocolate. And I just love him to death. It was really cool. When I was at the 9/11 stair climb yesterday morning, I actually got to see Holt trying to climb some of the stairs. I think he might have been a little bit confused because he's used to going in between the stands versus just going up and down the stairs. But I think it's okay.
Why am I climbing up the stairs? He was probably thinking, instead of through the bleachers. Yeah.
It's just not his job.
But they're trained for explosive ordnance detection, isn't that right? I mean, it's really these dogs are phenomenal. My dog could never.
I think my dog probably could.
I saw her dog yesterday. The Tango is very well trained. Anyway, we're getting off topic here, but anyway, this is where we say goodbye. It's been truly a privilege to be out here on the Williams Terrace, and we'll send it back to the studio.
Yeah, thank you guys so much, and make sure to stay safe on game day.
That's all we have for you at Vol News. Make sure to have a great and safe game weekend. Make sure to follow us at TVC News Now for more information on your daily Vol News updates.